Roll number 24, are you able to hear me? Roll number 24.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay, tell your friends to join fastly. Am I audible to everyone? Please type in the chat box. Am I audible to everyone? Yes, roll number 11, yes, 1, yes. What about remaining people? Are you able to hear me? Yeah, 15 years, 21 years. 24 years, 21 years. Okay. Okay, I think I'm able to audible. I'm audible to everyone, I think so. Okay, right. Okay, right. Good morning, students. Today I'm going to discuss the topic called as installation of Java and how you are going to install the Java in your PCs or laptops, and how you are going to set the class path so that you can execute the programs very easily in your PCs or laptops, and how to execute a first program, a sample program using Java programming. See, I'm repeating once again. Today we are going to discuss how we are going to install Java software into your PCs or laptops or PCs and laptops. And after installation, how we are going to set the class path or a path so that we can execute the Java programs without any interruption. So what happens here is, even though if you have installed Java in your PCs or laptops, until and unless you are not setting the class path, you cannot execute a Java program. It means even though software is available in your PCs, but path should be appropriate so that Java programs can be executed easily. Now, what is this path? Now, this path is nothing but where you can find some commands like compiler and JVM. The path will be directing your Java program or .class file to the JVM. If your Java installation folder contains a compiler, then only your program can be compiled. Or if your Java installation folder contains JVM command, a small piece of program, JVM, if it is available, then only you can run the program. Until then, you can't execute or run the program of Java .class file. First thing must be clear that after installation, path will be set, then only you can compile your Java program or you can run your Java program by using two commands. Now those two commands should be available in your Java installation folder. Until then, you can't execute that one. After installation, after setting the class path, then I demonstrate a sample program, how it is going to be and how it is going to be executed using those compiler and JVM. Let me share the screen first. Then I will show how to go about. Okay. First of all, if your PC does not have Java software, first, how to check that whether it is installed or not installed? You know, by going through the control panel, you know the PC of yours or the laptop of yours, you know that whether Java is available in your PC or not. Or else you will go to the control panel, you will check the list of programs that have been installed in your PCs or laptops. So what happens here is, first of all, we will check whether it is installed or not. How to check that one? We will type, if it is Windows 10 operating system, you just type it here, control panel. Then you can see there are programs. You just click them. You just click this programs and features. You just check whether Java is available in my system or not. Right now I have installed Java software. There is a Java 8 standard develop application kit 8th version update 261 is available in my PC. So it is already installed. Now, if Java is not available in your PC, what we have to do? Then go about Google Chrome. You just browse the internet. And you can see, you type here something JDK download for Windows 10. Actually, my operating system is Windows 10. If your PC contains Windows 7 or Linux or Mac OS, you just write that one. Or else JDK download, you simply write it. And you can see there are list of links will be available. And you can see there is one development kit. You just click this one. So these are the list of files, executable files, which are available for different types of operating systems here. You observe that Linux is there, Mac operating system is there, Solaris operating system is there, and Windows 32-bit operating system, 64-bit operating system is there. You can download. If you have a Windows with 32-bit operating system, you just click the link over here. You can able to see here mouse mover. Then you just click this, then immediately it will be downloading, or else it will ask for the Oracle account. If you have an account with the Oracle site, registration will be done. First of all, you have to create an Oracle account for a development kit, which has to be downloaded into your PCs. Then it will ask for some account here. If I click this, because I have an account, it will ask account, that is login.oracle.com, Oracle account sign in. If you have an account is nothing but a registration. How you have an account with the Gmail, similarly, you will be creating a user ID, password. After that, it will be creating an, if you don't have an account, you just click this, create an account. It will ask for the several fields like this, email address, passwords. You just give the details, then create account. After that, simply it will ask, it will be downloaded. After creating an account, if you sign into that account, then immediately the exe file will be downloaded in your downloads. After downloading that one, you just have to double click that downloaded exe version of the JDK. That is, JDK is nothing but Java Development Kit, where we are supposed to write the programs. It is an environment where we try to create programs. Here you can observe this JDK 8U261 Windows i586. If you double click this, it will start the installer, Windows installer. But already my PC contains Java software. It is saying that this version of JDK is already installed. Please uninstall the JDK and run this installer again to reinstall it. So what it is asking, if you don't have that software, it will be directly installing. Otherwise, it is asking to remove first, then install it. Okay, I will try to remove that using control panel once again. Let me do that one. Go here, uninstall a program. I will click this, what is this? Standard development kit. Then I will click uninstall. Yes, I'm uninstalling it. Yes, I want to uninstall it. Okay, it has been uninstalling. So throughout the process, don't switch off your PCs or don't power off your PCs. Okay, and make sure that your PCs are with enough battery. Now you see there is no Java. Actually, it is runtime environment. It is not needed. It is not specific here. Let me uninstall this one also. Okay, I will remove both of them. Yes. Okay, I removed this one. Now I am trying to double click this one, that is JDK version. And it is asking install. I try to click them. Then it will be opening this one. Okay, next. It is preparing to install. Okay. Right, next. You just press next. Are you able to see this installation process in your screens? All of you? If it is yes, please type in the chat
Yes, sir.
box. Okay, okay. 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 It is asking for the runtime environment. I will discuss this one. What is runtime environment? What is SDK? Installing Java. And coincidentally, you observe this here, Java 25 years. So this is the year where we are celebrating 25 years of the Java programming, because it has been initiated in 1995. So now 2020, by coincidentally, we are in the 25th year of the Java programming language. Okay. It takes time, that is around less than 2 minutes, I think so. 2 to 3 minutes. After installation, you just okay. It is saying that Java SE Standard Edition Development Kit update has been update and the total kit has been successfully installed in your PC. Then I will close this one. So it means that my PC is ready with the Java software. Now one thing is for sure that I told you, if you install software in your PC, Java software in your PC, it will not execute your programs immediately. Now there is one more step we have to go through. That is setting the class path or setting the path. It means it's nothing but we are guiding the program, Java program, to the two commands, that is Java compiler as well as Java virtual machine. So these two commands are responsible for compiling and executing your program. So we need to guide, we need to enroute the programs to that location. So where are they actually? We will see in the next slide, next topic. Then first of all, we will see whether Java is installed in your PC or not. How to check that one? This is, you know that one way of checking Java software is installed in your PC or not by going through the control panel. The other way is you just go to the command prompt, CMD. You type the CMD in your PCs or laptops. You just type Java C, enter. If Java software has been installed in your PC, then this kind of list of options will be available for you. If Java is installed in your PC. If it is not installed, if you type Java C, it will say that it is not recognized as a proper command. It will be saying that one. See, Java C. I am typing Java C. Enter. It will show us some options. Okay, it means that your PC is ready with the Java software. Okay, close. Now, before we set the class path, let me write the sample program in Java. Now, in Java, we can write programs in Notepad. Notepads we can write in when you compare with the C++, you are writing some kind of an editor called as a Turbo C++ or Turbo C editors. Now in Java, you are supposed to write your programs in notepads, or else you can use different IDEs like Turbo C, Turbo C++ IDEs. There are also Java related IDEs are available, Edit Plus or some kind of a Eclipse IDE. There are some IDEs are also available, but in our session, I am going to discuss about Notepad. Notepad is a very common thing. It is a text-based program. So I will create one sample program. There is a folder. Sorry. Let me create one text document. I am creating that one. I am opening this one. So this is sample program. Why you have written like this? Why you are not writing like that? You just leave those things. Just you observe these things. That is how I am writing the program. Just one. First sample program. First there will be a class. I will be creating demo. Then you write. Are you able to see this? Students, are you able to see the screen? What I'm typing?
Sir.
Okay. You observe this one, just try to observe these small things. I think you can able to see this one right now. Out.println of just a sample message. Hello, this is my first Java program for demonstration. After that, you close this. So these are the basic rules. That is a closing brace, closing brackets. You know already these things. After closing that, you have to close once again. And after that, save as. You give demo.java. As we know, Java programs are extended with the .java extension. I'm saving somewhere else. E drive. There is a folder called as demo.java. Save that one. So I saved it under E drive Java programs folder. Okay. I will close this. Now I will go to, after writing your program, next step is to compile your program. To compile your program, you will go to the command prompt. Okay, for compiling your program, you will go to the command prompt. Is it clear? So this is our sample program, and this is our sample program, and this is our command prompt where we are supposed to execute our programs. So, and one more thing, I will open one more window. What happened? Somebody sent a message. Yes, okay, right. So I will go to the E drive. I will delete this one. Previously created folder files. I am deleting. Just now I saved demo.java. Okay. You observe this. This is my source file, and this is my folder where I stored my source file, and this is the environment where I'm going to execute my program. Okay. Now let us see in which drive I stored my file. Can anyone answer? Unmute yourself, please. Don't write in chat box. Please unmute yourself. Anyone? Where I stored my file? Anyone? Please respond. Where I stored my source file, java.java file, demo.java file. Mr. Vamshi?
Sir.
Where I stored my Java source file?
In C drive within Java programs.
Not in C drive, man. It is in E drive.
E drive.
E drive.
Sorry,
E drive. I am not in C drive. I am in E drive. So right now it is mentioning in command prompt. We are able to see the C prompt, not E prompt. So we have to go to the E prompt. For that, we need to press E and colon, then press enter. Then you can see a E colon here. Then you go to the folder in which our file is available. Our folder name is Java programs. So for that, change directory cd space Java programs and press enter. Then you can see in E drive, we are under the folder of Java programs where our source file is available. Now you type Java C command. Java C. For compiling your source file, you type Java C space. What is the file name? That is demo.java. Next, press enter. So it has been compiled. It means if there are no errors, if there are no problem with setting class paths, then it is saying that nothing is happening, just it is greeting with the next point, next step. That is, after compiling, you can proceed for running. If you have any errors in the source file, then it will be greeting us with some errors. So before that, I will try to do one more thing here. So I will remove the path here. Advanced system settings, environment variables. Then I will remove this one. I will delete this one. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Now coming to our programs, I will restart this command prompt once again. CMD. See, I am trying to demonstrate what happens if the class path is not properly set. So this is our screen. I am going to E drive once again. Then cd space Java programs. Next, after that, Java C. What is the file name? Demo.java. So I'm entering this one. You see here, Java C is not recognized as an internal or external command, operable program or batch file, because there is no path right now which has been set with this program. So to do that, in your PC, go to my computers. Those who are working with Windows 7, those who are with Windows 10, this PC, right click on that. You just go to the properties and advanced system settings. So I have less than 10 minutes. Okay. Next, you click on advanced system settings. Then you have some tab called as not tab, this is a button, environment variables button. You click this one. Then there are two types of variables here, user variables as well as system variables. So first you create a variable, system variable here, system variable, not user variable. You have to create a system variable and write a name, give a name to that variable, that is path, just a simple path. Then what should be the value? The value should be, you just click here, browse directory, this PC, because our installation, Java installation has been done in C drive. I will go to that Java folder, then JDK. I will click JDK and bin. So see here, C program files, Java JDK bin/bin, followed by, don't forget to do this, followed by semicolon dot. After giving the value from C colon program files, Java JDK bin, after that, two important things to be done, that is followed by semicolon as well as dot. Then press OK button. Then OK. Then OK. Then close this window. Then go to your command prompt. Just you clear your screen. Then again you type this command, that is javac. What is the file name? Demo.java. Then press enter. It is again showing us it is not a recognized command. So for that purpose, what we have to do? You just close the command prompt and restart it once again. This is what our new command prompt. Now go to E drive, then CD, Java programs, then javac demo.java, then press enter. You can see here. Now there is no, what is this? There is no problem with that compilation. You can observe in the folder in which I saved my source file. You see here demo.class file has been generated after compilation of my source file here. In the command prompt, I compiled my source file. In the folder in which I stored the source file, you will be having .class file. If I remove this, let us say that I remove this, you can observe here, I will compile it once again. Okay, you observe here, there is a source file demo only. Now, after compiling it, you observe here, there is a .demo class has been generated in your folder. Now, what we have to do next? We are supposed to give this .class file to the JVM. In the last class, we discussed about JVM. Now, this .class file has to be given to the JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Now, what is Java Virtual Machine in this command prompt here? So, Java Virtual Machine is nothing but our command called as Java in command prompt here. JVM, this is system dependent. It is not system independent, it is system dependent. Java is a system dependent one. Now we are supposed to give this .class file to this JVM. So what we have to do, you just type demo, that's it. Don't write demo.java once again. There are two steps. That is Java C demo.java, first one. Next one is Java demo. That's it. Don't put .java once again. Now you press enter. Now JVM is trying, we supplied that dot class file to the JVM. Now JVM will look after the class code, that is a byte code which is part of the dot class file, and allots memory according to the different sections. There are different sections here, yes or no? In the last class we discussed so many things regarding JVM. There are runtime data areas, there is a class loader subsystem, and there is a execution engine and native method interface or native method stacks. First one, class loader subsystem will load the dot class file and it will give to the JVM. Then JVM will allocate memories for different sections of the bytecode, which contains the source program, bytecode of source program. Then this Java. Now this is the step where we are supplying the dot class file to the JVM. Then we are trying to enter, press enter. Then it will be saying that, hello, this is my first Java program for demonstration. This is our running of our program. So what are the things what we have done until now? I will brief it once again. I will close this. I will close this one. First of all, I showed that how Java is going to be downloaded or how it is going to be downloaded from the website. So after downloading, you just double click the .exe file. Then Java starts its installation process. After installation, your PC is ready with the Java software. And next thing you have to do is you check whether the Java software which has been installed is ready for the execution or not. How to check that? To check that, you just open the command prompt, type Java C command in any drive, whether it is C drive, D drive or E drive, any drive, you just Java C, type Java C, then press enter. If it shows the list of options for that command, it means that Java has been installed in it. If it is not installed, it will not greet us with such list. Okay, now after this, you write a sample program. Just now I showed it, a sample program. Then you start compiling that program using Java C filename .java. Then press enter. After doing that, if path has been set, then only the program can be compiled. If the path is not set, the compilation will not be done. If it is set, then only it will compile. Now, how to set the class path? I will repeat once again within 1 second, within 2 minutes or less than 2 minutes. Okay. So those who are not clear with the setting the class path, you just right click on my computers in Windows 7 or Windows 10. You have this PC, you right click, then go to properties, then advanced system settings, environment variables, then system variables, under which there are two sections. One is user variable section, next system variable section. Then you create a variable name called as path and browse the directory where the installation has been done of Java software. Up to bin you have to select. After that, you type semicolon and dot. Don't forget to do that one. After that, click OK, then OK, then OK, then OK, and close this window. Then go to the command prompt. If you have opened command prompt already, you close it and restart the command prompt once again. Then you type the Java C command followed by filename.java. Then you can see there is a compilation and dot class file will be copied into the folder where your source file is available. And after that, to run the program, there is a command called Java file name. That's it. Java file name. What is the file name? Demo. That's it. You have to press enter. Then it will be greeting with your output. So this is all for installation, checking of whether the software is available in your PC or not, Next, path setting and running and compiling and running of a sample program of Java. This is all about your Java software. Okay. Thank you one and all. We'll meet in the next class. If you have any doubts, you can message me in the WhatsApp. No problem. I will be there.